What's up, folks? We are back with another Fanbyte First Byte. This is Steven Strum, Senior Managing Editor of Fanbyte.com. Who is with me on this call? It's Merritt K of Fanbyte.com.
Yeah, I'm here. I can't wait to get back into the exciting world of Monster Hunter. Well, not Monster Hunter World.
Not the exciting world
the exciting
of Monster Hunter
world
World,
of
no.
Monster Hunter Rise.
Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak.
I like that you're like an owl person.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, Imran, you know about embargoes.
I do know about embargoes. I know that, as you told us when we started this, your head is embargoed.
My head is embargoed. I can't show what I'm wearing on that head underneath that owl hat. I can't take it off of my profession.
That's a really, really good helmet, though.
It's really good!
Was that in the base game? It's been a long time since I played Monster Hunter Rise.
Speaking of Monster Hunter Rise, this isn't Japan.
Yeah,
No.
This isn't Fantasy Japan at all.
No, it's not. What is this? This is Elgato, which they've shown in a couple of different trailers and stuff. So this is nothing new for people who've maybe been watching this game and waiting for the expansion. I'm gonna start. We don't have a ton of time, so I'm gonna start going through a quest. I'll have to black out some of this stuff here, but we'll talk about that. But
we'll black out, and when we wake up, we'll be covered in monster blood and just sort of wondering how we got there. Anyway, this is new?
This is new. This is the one, as far as I can tell, the one new animation in Elgato, which is a little bit of a disappointment to me, personally.
Yeah.
Because if you remember from, just Monster Hunter in general, especially after World, they had lots of different little animations for all kinds of things, like sending your buddies into submarines and putting them into kites and all these different things.
Putting the dog in the submarine. That dog doesn't know how to make a submarine go. Now, is the hunting horn still just completely overpowered?
Disgusting.
Yeah. And there were hunting horn combos where, like, you would just continually heal yourself and your allies, give damage buffs.
It's even more broken now, right? Because you can now you have more switch skills at your disposal.
Wow.
So this is a thing you can do here. That's what I did earlier. Was this is the switch skill swap. So previously with your switch skills, which are just basically like customizable moves, you can like, I don't like this attack, so I'm going to replace it with a different attack. That's just a thing you can do, like build a combo type thing. Now you can have two loadouts of different build a combos. At any given point, that's what that scroll at the bottom of the screen there is. And anytime you do it, you can also do like a super dash.
Now, who is this gentleman?
This is a new one for Rise. This was not in the base game at all. This is Shiguru Magala and has not been announced yet. So I believe, according to the embargo, I'm pretty sure we can show him.
Pretty sure is always good.
He's new for Rise, but he is from 4.
Yeah, he's from 4. He was like the Xenojiva of 4, and now he's just a guy that you just fight in the world, which is very fun to me.
And you're using Lance right now?
This is a gun lance.
Gun lance, okay. So what's this guy's deal?
This is like basically the Blastoise of Gourmagala, who has been announced in the game. There's a monster called Gourmagala. He, over time, can evolve into this guy.
I see. And
was
he spitting poison at you, or?
No, this is a frenzy virus.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah.
Oops, didn't reload. That's probably fine. Frenzy virus, what it does in 4 and what it does here as well is that it makes it so that you have a timer that appears above your health bar. And if you don't attack enough during that time, I believe it reduces your crit chance or your damage or something like that. But if you attack enough within that timer, you actually get a damage buff.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
It's basically a dual blades. You don't have to worry about this status effect.
Yeah, right.
Right.
This parry thing that I have here is great because that refills my sharpness as well.
The wirebug parry?
Yeah.
Right.
Kind of sharpness in general. If you're playing well or playing smart, you can kind of get by without basically ever sharpening pretty easily in Rise.
Yeah.
So
the fact that they made it so you can sharpen and move at the same time made it so like, well, why am I even sharpening at this point? Like, what is the point of this mechanic?
Well, yeah, and I think it is really nice though to be able to do that while you're on the dog. So I think probably a lot of people who are going to be curious about Sunbreak played Rise on the Switch to start.
Oh yeah, for sure. This is on PC, to be clear. I should
right.
point that out.
This is PC footage. So there's no cross save.
No cross save, no cross play.
But there is the thing that they did in World where they give you high level armor to get through the base game, right?
Yep, totally.
So how long do you think it takes? So for someone who has played through the base game of Rise already, about how long is that going to take them to get to the Sunbreak stuff with that armor, and assuming that they know like basically what they're doing?
You could do it in like maybe 5 hours, I would say. I think I did that myself, and that's about how long it took for me. And I did some side stuff as a result too.
Oh god, I've missed this.
Yeah. This is a new monster, by the way, too, for most people. This is Espinos, which is great. It's like evil Snorlax. Because
he's really sleepy.
No, most monsters in Monster Hunter, when you fight them for the first time, if they're asleep, you attack them once and they'll wake up.
Right.
With him, he'll just keep sitting there while you attack him for like 30 seconds. Because he's like, man, I'm tired. I'm fine. I've got all these thorns on me. I don't need to worry about you.
It's not that serious.
Same. Like, oops, I understand how that monster feels.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. You're hitting me with a fucking charge blade? Oh, that sucks, dude.
Look, we all have cats. We know what it's like.
Yeah. I've got a lot of HP. I'll be fine. Now, are there any fights in Sunbreak that are giving you trouble? Because I remember Iceborne ratcheted up the difficulty like a fair bit from base World. I feel like, have there been any fights in Sunbreak so far that you've carted out of?
Yeah, several now.
The big criticism I remember of Iceborne was, wow, they did just not give a shit about anyone just returning after a year or whatever.
Oh yeah,
right.
They assume everyone's an expert.
Yeah.
So I guess Sunbreak does not ease up on that at all.
I just think as a general rule, Sunbreak is an easier game, or Rise is an easier game.
You have so many more movement abilities in Rise, and the monsters are a little more agile and kind of take advantage of that. But the Wirebug, it just gives you so many options that didn't exist before.
The wire fall is such a
oh my god,
game changer. Yeah,
one thing we talked about when Rise first came out was the wire fall is like a risk reward thing, right? Clever players can use it to keep up the damage, but if you're just auto wire falling out of attacks, you're going to be jumping back into another attack and just probably getting killed.
Right. Yeah, because you lose your
I fought the Sergios in a Capcom event, and the Sergios has a thing that if he makes you bleed, he will just not let up on you. He will come at your ass.
That guy fucking sucks.
So if you wire fall, he's just gonna smack you out of the air immediately.
Right? Yeah.
I think I might have actually carted out to Sergios, now that I think about it.
Is there anything notable? Are there new characters that are interesting, or is there an overarching is it focusing on the frenzy virus stuff?
A little bit. The frenzy virus is kind of we're dealing with a new virus, so we need a frenzy virus expert to come in and help us with that. Oh, this move. We need a frenzy virus expert to come in because we're dealing with a different kind of virus. So different kind of virus is being spread by these butterfly leeches, which look horrible. Being spread by a new monster called Malzino, who's the box art monster for this game. Oops. Well, what if I do this? Oh, you saw that one coming.
He kills you if you do that, apparently.
Yeah, he did, in fact.
Rise monsters were pretty much all based on Japanese monsters, but
on Japanese monsters.
The Sunbreak ones are based on Western monsters.
Yeah, more
fairy tales, I guess?
Universal. Malzino is very clearly supposed to be a Dracula, classic hammer Dracula looking guy. He stands up very regal and has a big collar.
There he is.
They definitely want you to care more about the NPCs in this game, though. That was the feeling I got from the preview. Because they're okay, now we're introducing it so NPCs go on hunts with you. And
yes.
We want you to know and bond with them.
Yeah, there's a whole new system in the game, which actually seems really smart, called follower quests and support surveys, which are basically just normal quests. They don't get you anything special, but they will bring AI companions in with you into the fights. So a bunch of the characters the Hinoa and Minato from the first game, those two sisters, the twins, who were a major part of Rise. They will go on hunts with you, and you can then load them out and equip them with different weapons and things, which is pretty neat. I think it's really smart in a world where maybe not everybody is going to have internet to hunt with other people.
Yeah.
America is just such a different country from Japan in terms of like geography and like market penetration of game devices. So like it is, you know, harder to have those like ad hoc kind of co-op games, but I think like having it on PC is going to expand the player base a lot.
Oh yeah,
so that it's going to be much easier to find games online.
I think you saw that bear out with Monster Hunter World as well. Like PC just became the de facto way to play that game.
Yeah. Although I will say, like this game, Rise, the base game did look surprisingly good on Switch and ran quite well. Like Capcom clearly knows how to get everything they can out of that hardware.
That RE engine seems like it's pretty flexible.
Yeah.
Because this is the same
you're riding basil juice. Oh my god, incredible! Oh yes, drop those pine cones.
In theory, you should probably not be able to ride basil juice.
I suppose, yeah. He's just covered in bombs.
Yeah, that feels like it would probably be like real dangerous.
Listen, hunting a big lizard is dangerous.
Okay, well, that didn't work at all.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier, is that like, yeah, he seems to be able to tell you're going to just parry the first two, so he'll just keep doing it.
Like, so I was actually going to get to something like that a minute ago when Merritt was talking about the wirefall and the timing on that stuff. Obviously, they're not because it's a video game, but there is like a certain element of like stuff like that where it's just like, no, go fuck yourself. I know that you have that move now. I know that you can do a wirefall. The punishing on that, on just like thoughtful wirefalls is way, way, way harder in Master Rank. Like, if you just do a wirefall, you're going to get smacked.
Yeah. That's one thing I love about this game and world, is that, like, there's no getting too comfortable. Because they will always find some way to just smack you out of that comfort.
Totally.
Yeah, I mean, to me, I only got into the series with World, but these games have always felt like playing a fighting game. And like learning each character and like their moves and capabilities and stuff. And so it kind of makes sense that like, you know, you'd have the characters. Yep. Oh, jeez.
I got stunned.
You got dizzy like in Street Fighter.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, exactly. I agree. I honestly, I love that argument. These games are obviously and always have been sort of borrowing from Capcom's lineage as a fighting game developer.
Also, I just want to point out to anyone that's watching right now, Steven is really good at Monster Hunter. They're just trying to talk to us at the same time, and so that's not making it any easier. Also, I assume this is like a fairly late game monster. Fairly,
yeah. Shiguru, like I said, he was like the sort of final boss of Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, kind of the Xeno'jiiva of that game. Or 4 Ultimate, I think he would have been.
Yeah.
So he's a fairly evolved Elder Dragon. This is the first time that he's been in a game where you can just fight him and not in like a special arena.
Right, you had to go to that small little dark arena in 4.
Right. I'm also using the gun lance, which is just not my main weapon.
It's not your your main. Yeah, and you're playing on a character that isn't your main, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Everybody learn how to do that Superman dive. If you've never done that Superman dive in one of these games before, you need to know how to do it now.
When you start playing these games, it's like, oh, it's so frustrating. Why is my roll taking up so much time sometimes? But it's actually incredibly useful because you have iframes during the whole animation.
Oh, fuck. I'm stunned again.
Oh, jeez. You're going to get got.
Yeah, I had to learn the Superman dive during Dalamadora, which is, if you don't know it, you literally can't finish that fight. Because there is no way to avoid an attack without Superman dive.
Oh, good. Zenogre's distracting him.
Yeah. I do think...
Oh, yes. Zenogre came to help you out.
I honestly wonder if the game knows sometimes, like, this person is carded twice. We're just going to drop let's just drop a Kushala Daora on top of it right now.
That would be a really great way of dynamically adjusting difficulty, because it's not a straightforward thing, right? Because, like, that monster could still attack you.
Yeah.
But if you play your cards right, that's, like, a huge boon, because you get a free mount, which does so much damage.
Like, look at what I'm doing here. This is just disgusting.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
God, I love Zenogre.
Zenogre, use Thunderbolt. Now, I do have to say, this is unfortunately making me want to play Rise again.
Yeah.
he's got to be almost dead, right? Like he's all chewed up.
Yeah, he's in exhaust mode. If he runs away, he'll try and go sleep now.
Yeah. That's one thing I like about Rise is that like you don't need that skill. It'll just tell you. Like that's been the game for or the series for the last couple of games. Just been like, do you really need a skill to know when a monster's tired? Let's just tell you.
Yeah,
just put it on the UI.
We'll get rid of those stupid paintballs. Like there are certain things in here in this game that I think are like essential to the balance of Monster Hunter. Like it should take a little while for you to heal most of the time unless you have a skill. But paintballs, scout flies, that shit was just like, no, it's just busy work. Gotta get one of these classic moves.
Oh, you gotta. You know how we do. Oh, you gotta. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I love it. Oh, he got up real quick. Although I guess if someone woke you up with a literal bomb, I mean, you either wake up really quick or probably just not at all, huh?
Not a ton of new Elder Dragons in this that I've seen. I can't talk about all of them because those are under embargo still. Malzino, people know from the demo.
Nice.
Malzino's crate. Malzino, I don't want to show it because it's in the demo and people can already see it, but Malzino has a move where when he's enraged and has filled up on enough blood, he will like ready his tail to stab you, and then he just instant transmissions like fucking Goku, and just like
nothing personal, kid.
Yeah, nothing personal, kid. Flips behind you, just literally just disappears and reappears behind you, and then stabs you from the back.
Wow. Now that's who is this? That's
this is Garangolm. Yeah, he's new. He's one of the three lords.
That's the Skylander Donkey Kong, I think.
This is probably one of my new favorite monsters of the brand new ones.
Sorry, that was a very funny move.
So this is his normal form. He's going to have a thing here in a minute, but he changes. It seems like a big thing with all of the new monsters of the three lords. So yeah, you can see he's got that.
Whoa.
He charges up both of his fists with different elements. So his right fist is fire and magma, and his left fist is moss and it's like wet. So he can
interesting.
He can explode you and also reduce your stamina regeneration.
Someone in the Monster Hunter team has been watching My Hero Academia, I feel like.
Oh my god, yeah. This is the Todoroki of Monster Hunter.
Your friend is on this hunt with you. So what are you, two friends, I guess?
Yeah.
Can they cart? Or like what happened? Or are they more like palicos?
They're more like palicos. They can cart, but their carts don't count against you.
Okay.
Yeah. And they can heal you, but like, if they want to.
So when you start to get them on your team, different characters will have different behaviors. And one of them will be like, how often do they heal? And this one will be like, oh, this character is like nice, so they're a support character and they will heal you. Or this character is like this lady who fucking just loses it anytime she hunts, so she will never heal you.
It's good they have personalities.
Yeah.
I like the non-dragon monsters. I'm glad they're doing more of that. Because like,
they get old after a while.
Yeah, there was a worry when I was watching like the trailers for this game that like they're just showing a lot of dragons.
Totally.
Like they couldn't add any like insect ones to World because like that body type just wasn't available.
Right.
So I think Rise added the spider, and thus now that they presumably for the next game they'll bring back some like Nursilla and stuff.
Oh, I would. Nursilla, I've not seen Nursilla. I don't think it's a huge spoiler to say somebody who's not in this game. I've not seen a Nursilla in this game. I would love Nursilla. I would love Celtis Queen. I think I say this every time anybody talks about like, what monsters would you like to see? I fucking really want to see Celtis Queen.
The current mountain that seems to be impossible for them to climb is the monsters that have long bodies because of the way that the floor is variable. They couldn't handle it standing on hills, basically.
I think we've kind of shown what's on offer here for the most part.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's fun. It's definitely harder. I like the new monsters. But so far, at the very least, it is very much like they went all out on just bringing the roster up.
Yeah.
And so far, kind of no frills beyond that.
Which I imagine is like, it's a thing you need to do for each successive Monster Hunter game. You need to bring in more monsters, so for the next game, you have a bigger base to solve the problem.
When's Sunbreak out?
June 30th.
Cool.
Right.
I'll probably call it there. Thank you, Merritt.
Yeah. Thanks for showing us Sunbreak.
Thank you, Imran.
Yeah, thanks for driving this.
Thank you, Garangolm. Thank you, Shiguru Magala. All right, we'll be back with another First Byte in the future. Until then, happy hunting. It's so tasty.